Hey everyone, it's MK. Welcome back to MK Quilts. So today I'm here for a promotion on the product to my left. So Handi Quilter is starting a promotion with its long arms this week. If you purchase a long arm in the Amara family, so that's Amara 20, Amara 24, Infinity, or if you add on Pro Stitcher maybe to a machine that you already have, they are bundling with that purchase a Laurastar iron. Now Laurastar is pretty much an industry leader when it comes to steam generating irons. This iron that I'm going to unbox for you is basically a $900 item that is going to be bundled with the purchase of your machine. The promotion runs from August 4th to August 25th. Of course, as a top in sales retailer, we're hopping on board with this promotion. So what I'm going to do is just let the camera roll. We're going to go ahead and dive into this bad boy, and I'm going to bring it out. I've got some binding and some pressing to do this morning, so I thought I would just let you come along for the ride. So let's do it. Let's unbox the Laurastar iron. Nice big user manual. I better look at that before we get started. This is called an anti-scale cartridge. So, nice carrying bag. Very nice. I see it's got the cording, and the hose here wraps nicely around the base. Very nice. Well, she sure is a beauty in this nice, sleek white covering. So I'm going to go ahead and read up a little bit about what type of water I'm supposed to put in, read a little bit about this descaling cartridge, and then we're going to fire it up, and I'll bring you along, and we'll do our first ironing. Pressing, shall we say, with the Laurastar. All right, she is unplugged. I've read the book. Yes, the book is quite large, but just the front is English. All right, so the first thing is take this descaling cartridge, insert it into the water tank that just lives out of here, and it says to fill it with tap water. So I'm going to go and do that. I'll be right back. And lift that up, and it pops right back in there. All right, let's plug it in and turn the power on. Now, while it does its thing, let's talk about a couple of the accessories that came with it. This is an extra base plate that you can use on more delicate or lightweight fabrics. We're just going to be doing our cottons today for our quilting, so this is not needed. All right, the next thing that I did is I went ahead and unwound the cord a little bit. I'm sure over time this will get a little bit looser. And then inside on the back here is a silicone, I guess this would be, plate, so that you can lay it right on your ironing board. Now, as I'm waiting for this to completely heat up, I did want to mention the ironing board that I'm on today. This is not part of the Laurastar system, but it's one that we sell here in the shop. It is from Moda, and we absolutely love this ironing board here in the shop. It's got a nice big surface. The entire thing is rectangular, makes it perfect for pressing our backings and the like. And here's the thing, if you buy a system from MK Quilts, you become an owner, and our owners get 10% off just about everything in the store. Accessories, fabric, kits, things like that. So if you want to get the iron with the purchase of a new long arm, pick up a nice, beautiful ironing board from us, and you'll be good to go. All right, well, that is done. Now, the first thing is there is a temperature guide on the back here. This is their base model, the lift model, and it just basically has two settings here on the back. I'm going to go ahead and put that over to the hottest setting. And then the steam buttons are here on the front, and it says to go ahead and activate them anytime that the iron has been sitting or between uses. All right, so I'm not going to point this towards anybody. Let's try the buttons. Hold, please. Okay, so the iron does take 3 to 6 minutes to heat up, and it says when it is ready, that light will stop flashing. So I'm going to go ahead and get my fabric ready for my binding. I'll meet you right back here. All right, the button has stopped beeping. Let's go ahead and try to release our initial steam. Very nice. And there is a button on either side, so for left or right-handed people, whatever becomes more comfortable. I think for me, the thumb button is what it's going to take. All right, well, it looks like we're basically ready to go. My binding for my quilt was already made, so I just went and grabbed a piece of fabric. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Looks good. So it does say in the book that this particular model has a 10-minute auto shutoff setting on it. So after 10 minutes, you will have to let it reheat. But yeah, it's nice. The weight of it is actually not too heavy, not too light, just right. I actually like it. Now, one thing I also will say is with this ironing board, I have chosen to put it up here. Be very careful if you choose to do that with an ironing board like this. This platform is an optional accessory, does come with the board, but you don't have to have it. And in the book, it actually shows the reservoir down on the floor. So I'm going to continue to work with this morning, get my quilt ready for binding, and use this along the way. And I'll be back to let you know the MK review. So just as I'm going along here, I do think that I would benefit from the cord holder. Now that only comes with certain models, not this one, but I did order one up so that I can try that here in the studio. But I will tell you that I am really liking just the weight of it, and the steam can be a little with just a little press of the button, or it can be a little bit more powerful if you give that a couple of presses, or if you just continually hold that down. So it's pretty powerful. And I do like a bit of steam when I'm doing my binding. I actually have a full binding course, the MK Way, on the university site. So I will drop the link to that here. And when I get to that step, let me show you, because I do a little bit of pressing very lightly on the edge of my quilt once I get the binding attached. All right, so you saw me doing my binding there, and as mentioned, I just wanted to try this iron on this step of the binding. But I like to do this step and press the binding outward on the top. Just gives it a nice flat finish at the fold, and then it allows me to fold it over on the back a little nicer. I did pop the setting down on this iron to the lower setting just because I wanted to try it on both settings. And I am really liking it, you guys. I did order up one of the cord holders, so I think that would be really, really beneficial. And I did decide to put the tank on the ground just because it's more of a tower fashion, and I just didn't feel like I wanted it to tumble off my ironing board today. So all in all, I'm loving this iron. It is a wonderful promotion from Handi Quilter. If you are at all in the market for a Handi Quilter long arm, get on the phone, call the sales staff, 727-935-1739, extension number 3. We'll get your system on order, we'll get your iron included, and we'll get you signed up for MK Quilts University and welcome you into our owners group here at MK Quilts. All right, well, I've got to get this binding done. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, from the studio to you, happy quilting, everybody, and happy pressing.